Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading. I hope you are doing well today. Today we are looking at a situation that is probably pretty big in your life right now, and someone who is involved in that situation with you. And we're going to look at how your person is feeling about this situation, why they're feeling this way, what action they'll likely take towards you, and what they hope to accomplish by this action. Then we're going to take a look at how you're feeling and the action you're likely to take and the future of this situation. And my goal here is just to get you a little bit of clarity, possibly a new perspective on why this person is doing what they're doing, why things are going the way they're going. Just to hopefully get you acting in your highest good and your highest power in dealing with this so that it comes to a favorable conclusion for everyone. I know that sometimes that's a little difficult. Not everyone can win both sides of everything, unfortunately, but I am going to do my best here. As I shuffle, the Seven of Pentacles tried to come out there. So there's possibly some kind of patience you're dealing with right now, some sort of planning and tending to future investments, I think. There we go. Okay. So let's get your cards and then we will jump right into this. I did not prepare my space very well today. Just kind of threw stuff together like, oh, I need to get videos done, and then I just, you know, get right into work mode, and I didn't plan very well, which is a little, I would like to say unlike me, but knowing me, it is unfortunately not unlike me. So I like this starting out here. The first card, you have the middle card here, is the King of Cups. This was the middle of the deck when I cut. So this energy is kind of the driving force to the bottom of the deck here, which is the Two of Cups. And in this case, I feel like the King of Cups here is actually a person in your life. They could be a water sign. They don't necessarily have to be. But I love here that the Two of Cups is right here, you know? Like, I love that this is your card. I love that this is kind of the heart of the matter, some kind of partnership, some kind of like really strong, wonderful love, you know? And it comes from this person, a King of Cups, who is someone who is well acquainted with emotions, right? Someone who knows and understands their emotions well, can have good control over them. Maybe doesn't always express them, but feels them and feels them deeply. So I don't know if this is someone you have in mind right now as you're watching this, but I feel like this is someone. Now, I don't know if this is the someone that we're picking up on for the rest of the cards, but let's find out, shall we? So how the other person in this situation is feeling is Queen of Pentacles, and it feels like they're kind of like pulling themselves up. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at this Queen and I see this wonderful posture that they have, and it's just confident, you know, self-assured, but also approachable, you know what I mean? Just kind of like, if you needed something, you wouldn't be afraid to ask, or even if you were a little afraid, you knew it was still going to be okay because they would help you, and they have the means to do so, you know? So I feel like this person is finally feeling confident in themselves and really, I want to say level-headed about things. They found some grounding. Not yet. Why they feel this way is Ace of Swords, and I feel like they've had some sort of success here, which is really nice. This could have even have been a conversation that the two of you have had, or a conversation they've had with someone else, but I feel like they see things clearly. They've gotten some sort of new start, and they're really kind of looking forward to it, you know what I mean? I do want to clarify now. I want to clarify this Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so for the, excuse me, My allergies are super bad. I've been walking home from work for a couple days now, and the pollen is just flying. It's horrible. Anyway, Queen of Pentacles, here we have Two of Pentacles and Five of Wands. So it's like they've been struggling to balance certain aspects of their life, possibly even just trying to find balance. And with the Five of Wands being here as well, it's like it's been a struggle for them, you know, trying to shine the brightest and be the one that gets seen. They also had here the Two of Swords, which again, another two. So it's like trying to find balance. And I'm wondering if also they've recently had to make some sort of decision, you know, and I think they finally see it clearly with this Ace here. I think they finally have some clarity on it. The Tower and the Eight of Pentacles have come out here as well. So this could be something job related. This could be something financial related. So it's just like a really strong shift in their material world. And it's kind of made them feel a lot more secure and a lot more able, I feel. Okay, so the action that they'll likely take towards you based on these feelings here, Five of Wands. I like how that's come out in both places. So it's kind of like continuing this kind of struggle, continuing to try and show you that they are worthy, I almost feel. It's weird how that's coming through. Because fives are, you know, often some sort of conflict or hardship or something like that. But this feels more like competition, you know. Five of Wands definitely often feels like competition, especially in this card where they're all trying to reach this flame first, you know. It feels like they're going to keep trying. And I like that. I personally like that. Just knowing that someone cares enough to try. You know what I mean? I like that. What they hope to accomplish by this is Ten of Swords. Now, it does not feel like an ending. Well, it does. It is a 10. How do I want to put this? It doesn't feel like they want to end things. It feels more like they want something else that has been difficult and hard to express to come to an end. That's what that feels like. And for some clarity, let's figure that out. Let's get a few more cards here. Without dropping them on the floor would be awesome. One more. So King of Swords, trying to plan, trying to make sure things go according to your plan, right? Being honest, being clear-headed, kind of seeing where the path goes. And then it kind of feels like whatever path this has not been an easy one. And I don't think they've really expressed to you how hard exactly, if that makes sense. I feel like it's been more like, yeah, no, it's good, we'll just keep going. It'll be fine, we'll just keep going. You know what I mean? Like, we'll just keep trying. It's gonna be fine eventually. That sort of thing. So it's just kind of like they want to facilitate the healing here. They've been hoping that things have been going to get better for a little while here with this Star card. They have been hoping and wishing that they could heal things, whatever this is, you know? And it almost has to me a little bit like a sense of closure, which is really weird. I'm so sorry. I just coughed my lungs out there. Hopefully I'm better for the rest of the video. It's weird, the vibe that I'm getting from this Ten of Swords. It's weird feeling like they want to prove that they're still capable, you know, they're still the best. They want some kind of closure in this. They've been hoping, I think, for an ending of this difficulty, whatever it's been. And I think now it's kind of speeding up, you know. I think now it's kind of gotten legs and it's really going somewhere. And they're feeling it. So now that they feel that this is going somewhere and they're feeling a little more elevated themselves, they're trying to bring this conclusion forward, I think. Out of here also came the Ace of Materials, Ace of Pentacles, which is kind of like saying it's over now, something better can begin. You know, I feel like they feel that as well. They feel that ace, they feel it within, but I don't really feel that. It's interesting with the swords coming out there. It doesn't necessarily feel like they've really spoken to you too heavily about this either. Because at the bottom of the deck there, we did have the Seven of Wands as well. So it's like keeping you at arm's length, keeping that boundary. Underneath that is the Hanged Muse, which is, you know, being stuck, taking a rest, trying to see things from a different point of view. And beneath that is the Ten of Wands. So it's been weighing heavily on them as well. It's just interesting that the way that they're going about this is like, I see them feeling very good in this connection. I see there being love in whatever form that may take, like a strong partnership, even if it's like friendship or business or whatever, you know. I feel like they've recently just had really good news. You are feeling here, High Priestess. I feel like you know something is up. You can feel them in this connection. Which is, it's weird that that's the way that's come out, because, I mean, I guess for some of you it does feel like maybe you haven't really been speaking, you know? Like, if they're wanting closure and they still want to prove that, you know, they're here and that they're willing to try and they're going to put in an effort and they're the best one, you should, like, focus on them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you recognize their energy, you feel it, but you don't quite know anything else. There's still an air of mystery here. So the action you're likely to take here is judgment. You're just, I feel like you're going to go where Spirit guides you, you know? It's interesting that it started out feeling like really good and really full of love, and now it's kind of come to this point where it's just like, I feel like if you aren't talking to one another, if there has been no contact for a little while, there's still this really strong love between you. And I don't know, maybe this person in the past didn't feel like they were good enough. Maybe that's why there is no contact right now. But they've recently, like, something has shaken their foundation. Something has shaken their view. And there's so many twos that have come out here. Two of Cups, Two of Wands, Two of Swords. You know, like, it feels like a decision. And it feels like they've made the decision to come back around. Anyway, clarify this Judgment card here, please. Again, Two of Cups. You know, you're kind of gonna go where Spirit is leading you. You know what I mean? That's where you're going, and it's kind of like fall in your heart. Four of Pentacles here. It feels like you haven't really let this person go, you know? Just really interesting. Let's see the future of this. Four of Pentacles. There's enough repeating cards here. This is interesting. Sorry, I'm kind of in my head right now. I'm like looking at things, and like if you guys aren't talking right now, what sort of good news have they gotten up here? Like what sort of success is that, you know? What has made them want to keep trying? Maybe just love, honestly. I mean, we did get that Two of Cups twice. First and foremost, let's clarify this Four of Pentacles for the future. It is a solid foundation. That's what the Four of Pentacles is. But it's also still keeping things close to your chest. And oh my goodness. King of Pentacles has come out here, along with Six of Cups and Six of Swords. I honestly, really, truly feel like they have not let you go. This King of Pentacles feels like your energy, Capricorn. And there is no gender in tarot either, so like, take it as it resonates. But it is earth energy. It feels like you. And there's, I don't know, there's enough pentacles in here that it really, truly feels like this person hasn't let you go. Six of Cups. So I don't know, like, what this was in the past, but I feel like there is some kind of history there. No, not to say that this is an ex, you know, romance-wise, but it could be. So again, take it as it resonates. But the Four of Pentacles is, you know, not really letting something go. And I feel like they haven't. And we also have here the Page of Pentacles. And pages are messengers, so it feels like some kind of news is coming your way, you know? And at the bottom of the deck here, we had Nine of Swords. Again, with that Seven of Wands, Eight of Cups. It's almost just like they're really worried about making this move, you know? I think they're really worried that you're going to be keeping them at arm's length. I don't know which one of you walked away in the past, but I get the feeling that obviously one of you did, but they're worried that you're just going to keep walking even when they come back around. Queen of Cups, Four of Swords. Like they really, there is love here. I almost feel like they want to express this a little bit too. They want to bring about some healing and some rest and rejuvenation. They want to have the conversation, Ace of Swords. They want happiness, the Sun. King of Cups. Like, it keeps going. It keeps going. Okay, tell me about this Ace of Swords, please. Before we close this out. Okay. This is part of it. Again, I do still feel like they've gotten some kind of good news, which is kind of a success to them. But I feel like what's triggered that on is it's news about you. And I say this because we had the Three of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Devil. Capricorn energy with that Devil card. You know, I feel like in this separation, whatever this has been, they've felt isolated. They have felt alone. And again, there's that feeling of being unworthy, you know, brokenhearted. But there's something. There's some news I feel about you that they've recently gotten that is kind of elevating them partially. It feels kind of like a success on their part. So now I'm just kind of feeling like with this Ten of Swords, that sense of wanting closure. I don't know what went down between you, but it doesn't feel like it was really good. It could have been some sort of argument, but I do feel that they want to heal this. They want to try again. They want to start over. Eight of Wands is also one of those other cards of communication, so it does feel like they want to spark something in that. In that Five of Wands, clarify the action, because if they do want to stand out, I kind of want to know how they're going to do that, you know? I'm nosy. Five of Wands. Wild. This is so wild, you guys. I don't know if you've got mutual friends. I feel like they might get to you through a friend. You know what I mean? But they've kind of really set their sight on this with the Knight of Swords. And again, we have Magician and that Queen of Cups. And again, Magician, a card of communication. It almost feels like they're going to be expressing how they feel, but also kind of manufacturing the situation, if that makes sense. Especially coming from, like I said, if you've got mutual friends, this friend is probably going to get in on this, you know? Oh, dear Lord. Bottom of the deck is Seven of Pentacles. They're going to put a lot of thought into this. They're going to put, they're going to work at this. Seven of Voices, they're going to keep this as quiet as they possibly can. It's going to feel like some sort of wicked surprise. But again, Page of Swords, they've been keeping an eye on you. They've been watching you. So I don't know what is up. I don't know your past. I don't know your history with this person. They're coming in. They haven't let you go. I kind of feel like it's a little mirrored. I don't think you've let them go either. So yeah, I would say that King of Cups up there is also that Queen of Pentacles energy. They are one and the same person. So, Moonology card, let's get you for Capricorn. And this person. You have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. I feel like however long it's been without this person, you've gotten comfortable without them. You don't need them in your life. You merely wanted them in your life, you know? We also have here, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. I feel like there is something here, however this ended, where you both really kind of need to look at each other's perspective. I feel like you're also, both of you, only seeing this from your own side. I feel like with all the swords that have come through here, all the expression that I'm seeing, all the messages, I do kind of feel like you're going to have some sort of heart-to-heart talk. You know? Bottom of the deck, surrender to the divine. Again, that's your action here, Capricorn. That's the action you're likely to take, is to follow where Spirit leads you, which I think is your heart, this person. So underneath that, a new romantic cycle begins. Oh my goodness. And I have to say, underneath that, don't let your past hold you back. Now, again, I cannot stress this enough. If this person was abusive or toxic, whatever, you feel not good for you, don't take them back. You don't have to take them back. This is your life. You do what is best for you, what you believe to be in your own best interest, you know? So if this person was not good for you, you don't have to take them back. Again, it just kind of feels like there's some closure coming here. So let's get Spirit Animal Oracle. Okay, that was like 5 of them. We're going to try that again. I love you, Capricorns, but I cannot spend another 10 minutes going through 5 Oracle cards. I have more videos to record. I do like this, though. You have Badger Spirit here, be fearless and bold, and Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. So, again, it's kind of like whatever happens with this person, whatever comes through, whatever conversation is had, it feels like you just need to, you know, shoulders straight, stand up, hold your ground, especially if it devolves into an argument, and realize that, again, freedom is yours. You don't have to let this person back into your life. You can get your closure and be gone. It's as simple as that. So you do what you feel is best for you, Capricorn. But this person's held on, and 2 of Cups has come out twice, so I don't know. This is a tough one, because, like, I want to say, like, I want to be that supportive reader who's just like, oh my God, it's love and they're coming back into your life. But I don't know, there's just something else in here. And like I said, I don't know your past. I don't know your history with this person. I don't want to encourage something that's not going to be healthy for either of you. So again, exercise your own judgment. I wish you the absolute best of luck. If this did resonate, please drop a like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, whatever. I'll take anything. Just whatever lets me know that this has resonated with you, because for me as a tarot reader, it's super important. I do strive to give you the most accurate message that I possibly can, and I can't do that if I don't tap into your energies. So I'm sending you all my love, Capricorn. I hope this really ends up better than you could have ever imagined. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.